So we'll come into standing. You can either bring your feet about hip width distance apart, or you can bring them close together. And just engage your feet, try to bring some awareness. Pressing the toes, the balls of the feet, the outer edge, your heels. And try to visualize 4 points. So just below the big toe, the pinky toe, and then right and left side of the heels. Lifting the arches, really trying to open up. Lifting the arches. As you lift the arches, feel the thighs, your quads engaging, maybe the stomach muscles as well. Relax your arms by your side, maybe lift the shoulders, roll them up, and squeeze the shoulder blades together as you reach back, and then relax down. Take some time, just notice whether you're swaying side to side or forwards and backwards. Maybe closing your eyes or just gazing straight ahead. Try to connect with your breath now. Breathing in and out slowly, deeply. Keep the focus on your breathing. Try to forget about what's happened so far in your day and try to be more present onto the here and now. Maybe use this time to set any intentions you've got for your practice today. If you've got your feet together, maybe step them hip width distance apart now. And we'll bring our hands onto our hips and we'll just do some rotation with the hips. So keeping your core nice and tight and the feet firm into the ground. You can start with either direction. So you're going right side or left side and just making some circles, softening the knees as much as possible. Trying to feel into each corner. And then come back to center. We'll go the opposite way now. And then come back to center and release. Let's stretch the arms up to the sky. Stretch and reach. Maybe bring the palms together and look towards the fingers or the palms. Look up, head back. And exhale, chin forward, releasing the arms. Inhale, stretch, reach. We're going to bring this right arm down. Press the hip to the left side and reach the left arm towards the right. Relax the right shoulder. Inhale, come back up. Stretch and reach. And release the left arm down as you exhale, pressing the hips to the right side. Keep breathing. Relax both the shoulders. And come back to center and reach up. We'll come back to the right side. You can either keep the hand to the side or maybe use the hand to bring it onto the hip. And maybe push the hip out a little bit further. Breathe deeply. Now press the hips back behind you. So as you push the hips back, that right shoulder comes forward slightly. Then come back to center and press the hips forward, and that left arm goes behind. Come back to center and come up and release. And we'll go to the other side. So let's stretch up, releasing that left arm down, maybe hand to the hip, pressing the hip, really finding that stretch on the right side now. Breathing deeply, relax that left shoulder and hip goes back. Deep breath. And come back to center and press the hip forward, reaching the arm back. And then come back to center with the hips and release both arms. So now we're going to cross that right leg over the left side. So it can be as wide a gap as you like and the knees can soften down. But now that left hip goes back, so see if you can press it forward, bring it forward. Hold the hips, maybe again twist and reach towards the right side. If you like, you can release that left arm and stretch it over. Keep pressing that hip to the left side. Come back, hand back onto the hip. Let's go to the right side now. So this side is a little bit more trickier. You find that, I find anyway, that I can't go too deep. And then if you like, you can raise that right arm and reach it over. Come back to center, release. So keep that right foot where it is and bring the left one in front of and to the right side. Now right hip, bring it forward, breathe deeply, stretching right arm up or just pressing the hip towards the right side. Breathe, opening up the side body. Come back to center, release. We'll keep the hips square and stretch. Push the hip to the left side, maybe raise that left arm up. Find a bit of a stretch here and slowly relax. And then we'll bring the feet back to normal and then just stretch and shake the legs out. So the legs again, hip width distance apart. Let's stretch the arms up. Reach up, press the hips forward. And hinge from the hips, reach the arms forward. So softening the knees now and come forward. Maybe bringing the arms onto the forearms onto the thighs and drop the head. Taking a few moments to just bring awareness to the back. Deep inhale, long and slow exhale. Draw the belly in. And then if you like to go a little bit further, maybe slide the arms down. Relax the head and neck. Deep breath. We'll bring our forearms back onto the thighs, bending the knees, and really sit the hips back down. Core nice and engaged. And then we're going to keep that left forearm onto the thigh and stretch the right one up. Look up towards your fingers, opening up to the right side. And then release and rest that onto the thigh again and stretch left arm up. Keep the core nice and engaged so the back is protected. Then release that down, drop the head, curl up. And again, inhale, reach up, press the hips forward, exhale, hinging from the hips, reach. See if you can come down a little bit further this time. And again, relax your head and neck. So either come back into the first position if you prefer, or if you're fine, you can bring that left hand in between the hands, or you can bring the hand towards the right leg. Stretch the arm up, reach up to the sky.
Okay.
Exhale
Can we do some
down.
yoga now?
And then we'll go to the other side. Stretch up. And then release down. Allow the head to drop and just the body to hang like a rag doll, softening the knees. See if you can now bend the knees enough so that you can bring the hands maybe underneath the feet. And from here, you're just going to press
the arms down with the feet so you can feel the stretch in the lower back. Deep inhalation, long and slow exhale. So the arms are straight, but the knees can be soft. And then we can release the hands and then walk the feet out, heel toe, come down into a bit of a squat. And if you like here, you can press your forearms or triceps against the elbows, or triceps even against the thighs, the knees, to open up the hips and really pressing it away. So notice here whether you're rounding the shoulders, maybe try to straighten the back. Deep inhale, long and slow exhale. We're going to release that right hand down to the floor, stretch it out, and then extend the left arm up, so you're opening up the body. And then release that left hand down to the floor, stretch the right arm up. So try and engage your core. Then release, bring it right hand back down. You can stay in this position with the arms wide, or you can bring that left arm behind your back to open up the chest, and see if you can then bind and bring that right hand behind and maybe touch your fingers. You don't have to, you can grab a hold of clothing. So you're trying to open up to the left side and then release. So bring that left hand back to the floor, right arm stretches up. Stay here, or bring the right arm behind your back, and then left arm bends behind as well. Maybe touching the fingers, open up that right shoulder, breathe deeply. Focusing on your breath, and then gently release. Let's take child's pose for a couple of moments here, a couple of breaths. So you can bring your knees together, or you can bring them apart. If you want your back to rest a little bit more comfortably, you can bring the knees slightly wide. Forehead to the floor, or if you have some pillows, you can rest your forehead there. And again, deep inhale, long and slow exhale. See if you can melt the chest down into the ground. Maybe roll the head gently side to side. So from child's pose, again, if you need some protection under the knees, maybe roll the mat like this, or you can bring some pillows or fold a blanket. So from child's pose, we're going to come up into camel, but this time we're not bringing our hands onto our back, but we're going to raise the arms and press the hips forward, as if you're opening up the chest and the front of the body. And then exhale, reach the arms back and head down. Inhale, reach up. Open up the chest, pressing the hips forward. Exhale, fold and reach the arms back. Couple more. Inhale, reach up, open. Exhale, fold. Reach the arms back. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Stretch the arms back. Then releasing the hands down. So the arms are now alongside the legs. We're going to keep our forehead to the floor, start to lift the hips up, roll to the top of the head. So you're finding this really nice stretch in the back of the neck, belly into the spine. Take a couple of breaths here. And then slowly roll back down. Do that twice more. So take your time and lift up, chin towards your chest. It's as if you're massaging all the scalp, the middle of the head here, pressing and stretching the back of the neck, and then gently roll back down, child's pose. You can do that once more. Inhale to lift up. This time, if you like, you can stay in this position or really bring the hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers and reach the arms, opening up the chest a little bit more. And slowly roll back down, releasing the arms. Just take a moment to feel that sensation in the head. Connecting with your breath once more. Just being mindful of any sensations everywhere else, not only the head. And then from here we'll stretch the arms in front of us. Let's come into down dog. So lifting the hips, tucking the toes, pressing the palms, and lift the knees and hips up. So we can do any kind of intuitive movements that you feel here is good. So maybe paddling the legs one at a time, pressing the opposite heel down. Maybe turning the feet to the short edge of the mat and pressing the hip down towards the floor, but the arms are straight. And then we go to the other side. Core engaged. Once more on each side, if you're doing the legs in a different position with the short edge of the mat. So let's slowly come back into normal down dog. Find your stretch here, chin to chest. Draw the belly in. Hips is up to the sky, hands are firm into the ground, heels towards the floor. Then slowly we're going to step our right foot forward, lower the left knee down. You can come onto your fingertips, or if you have blocks at home, you can use them. Lift the chest up, breathe. And if you like, you can bring the hands onto the thighs or raise your arms up so the knee and ankle are in line, your hips are square. You're not trying to sink and arch, sink the hips too low and arch the back too much. We'll bring our hands in prayer position, turn to the right side, and then bring the elbow to the knee and look over the right shoulder. Deep breath. See if you can look towards your left toes. Then come back to center, arms up. Exhale to lower. Take plank. Exhale down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. And then same, paddling the feet again, one at a time. And maybe going to the side as well, so the feet to the short edge of the mat. And then swap sides, core nice and engaged. Once more on each side. And then opposite side, so the arms are straight, pressing the hips down. And then back into normal down dog. Chin to chest, hands are firm into the ground. Draw the belly in. Slowly stepping that left foot forward, right knee down. Coming up onto the fingertips or using your blocks, chest is opening up. You can bring that hand to the thigh or stretch up towards the sky. Hips are square, left knee and ankle are in line with each other. Breathe deeply. Then palms together to the heart space. Turn towards the left, bring the elbow to the knee and look over the left shoulder towards your right toes. Deep breath. Come back to center, arms up. Exhale to lower, taking plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. So now we bring our right leg up to the sky, pressing that left heel down to the floor. We'll bring the leg towards the right side, come into three-legged plank and step that foot forward onto the outside of the right foot, right hand even. You can lower the knee down and see if you can bring that right hand on the inside of the thigh and open up the hip a little bit, so maybe rolling onto the edge of that foot. You can choose to keep that left hand or both hands now into the floor, or you can bring the forearms into the ground, either with the knee on the floor, or you can choose now to maybe tuck the left toes and lift the knee up. So see where you are. Deep inhale, long and slow exhale. Try to relax the shoulders. Then we can lower the knee down, hands into the floor and plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg rises up, pressing the right heel down to the floor. Deep breath. Arms are straight, belly in, chin to chest. Then bring the leg towards the left side, open wide, three-legged plank, and then stepping that foot on the outside of that hand. And then lower the right knee down. So you can release the left hand and bring it onto the inside of the leg, gently opening up the hip. Either staying here with both hands on the floor, or you can bring your forearms into the floor. Knee can be on or off the floor. Deep breath in, long and slow breath out. So we can lower the knee down, hands back into the floor, and we take plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg up. Bending the knee. And we'll bring that knee to the left elbow, then sweep it to the right. Back up, three-legged dog. And again, bend, left, right, up. One more. Left, right, and up. Step the foot forward, come into high lunge. So make sure that you have hip width distance apart with your legs. Arms can come up. Deep breath, sinking the hips down as much as you can. You can curl the toes, or you can bring that foot towards 45-degree angle. Then open up, warrior two. So keep that right knee bent, arms in line. So try not to lean forward. Keep the body nice and tall. You're looking towards your right hand. You can lower the knee, the hand arm to the thigh. Gosh, I can't get my words out today. And left arm can stretch towards against your ear. Come back up. We'll do reverse. Left hand to the leg, right arm stretches back. And then straighten, arms up. Come forward, plank. Exhale to lower down, any variation that you like. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg rises up. Bending the knee, so we're going right elbow, left elbow, and up. Twice more, right, left, up. And last one, right, left, up. Step foot forward and come up, high lunge. So make sure you have hip width distance apart, and then either curl your toes or bring that foot to a 45-degree angle. Arms up. Breathe deeply, focusing on your breath. Warrior two. So check that the upper body is nice and tall. You look towards your left fingers, bending the elbow, the arm, and stretch right arm against your ear. Sinking the hips down. And then come back up, reverse. Deep breath. Come up, square the hips, release down, and plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, let's just push back into child's pose for a few breaths. Catch your breath. Deep inhale. Long and slow exhale. Try to breathe deeply and slowly to allow the heart rate to return to its natural rhythm, natural state. And then we'll come back into down dog, so stretching the arms in front of us. Lift up, tuck the toes, hips up. Right leg rises up. Bending the knee, opening up the hip, so that heel towards the left glute. And from here we can do some circles with that knee, so you can go in any direction. We'll do 3 rotations one way, and then 3 the opposite way. And step that foot forward, lowering the knee down. So we're going to come back into lizard pose. So you can walk that foot out as far as you can go this time. And you don't have to roll onto the edge of the foot, you can just keep it flat on the floor and play around with this time, whether you want to do forearms or on the hands. Maybe press that knee down with your knee off the floor, entirely up to you. And we're going to lower the knee down, press back into the hands, walk that foot in and sink the hip down. We're going to bring your right hand to the hip. An option here to stay here in this position, or you can bend that knee now and either stay there or holding onto the foot, maybe pressing that foot into the hand and finding a bit of a twist here. So opening up that right shoulder. and release. And taking plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg rises up. Bending the knee, opening up the hip. And then we'll do some rotations. 3 times one direction. And then opposite 3 times. Then stepping that foot forward, lowering the right knee down, and walking that foot as far as you can for another lizard pose. With the hands into the floor, or maybe forearms into the floor, and lifting the knee up. So you can just feel around in here, see which one feels better for you. Remember never to push yourself too much. You go with what we're able to do today, not basing it on the past. And we can lower the knee down, hands back into the floor, maybe walk that foot in slightly. And then bending the right knee now, you can bring that left hand to the hip and to the lower back. Either keeping that foot as it is, or you can see if you can grab the toes or the whatever you can grab a hold of. Draw the shoulder, opening it up. Look behind you. Deep breath. So it's quite a deep stretch in that right quad. Slowly and gently release down. Let's take plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg rises up. Bend the knee, opening up the hip. And then we'll square the hip. Bring the knee in between the hands into pigeon pose. So you're trying to extend that left leg and sink the left hip down as well into the floor. And we'll come into sleeping pigeon. So let's walk the hands forward, maybe stack your forearms on top of each other and resting the head. Deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Check in with your heart rate and see whether you can slow that rhythm down a little bit. Engaging your breath a bit more. Deepening the inhalation, lengthening the exhalation as much as you can. And then bring the hands underneath your shoulders. Let's press into the palms and lift up. Now you can stay here with maybe the fingertips onto the floor, hips are still square, and you're opening up the chest, drop the shoulders, or you can bring the hands back. Open up the chest, head back. Or a third option here, you can bring the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, pressing the palms down into the floor. And slowly bring the chin forward, releasing the hands. Let's bring the hands back into position. Tuck your toes, your left ones, lift up, slide that right arm through. Let's take wild things. So left arm against your ear, stretching back, and you're trying to bring the front of the body up to the sky. And then slowly dip the hips, left hand to the floor, right leg back, down dog. Left leg rises up. Bending the knee, And stepping that left knee in between the hands. Again, the right hip pressing down into the floor, and you're trying to lengthen that right leg back. Walk the hands forward, stack the arms on top of each other, and rest. Relax the shoulders and bring awareness to your breath. Maybe rolling the head side to side. Let's slowly bring the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing into the palms, lift up. So either stay here with the hands flat, or you can walk the hands slightly in, fingertips on the floor, drop the shoulders, open the chest, head back. Or you can walk the hands back, opening up a little bit more. Keep the right hip pressing down into the floor. Third option, bring the hands to interlace behind your back and stretch them down into the floor. Slowly bring the chin forward, releasing the hands. Bring the hands back into the floor. Curl the right toes. Lift up, slide that left leg through. And you can pivot that right foot to the short edge of the mat. Bring the right arm off the floor and open up the front of the body. Arm against your ear. And then slowly dip the hips down. Right hand to the floor. Curl the toes and then step that left leg back. And let's lower the knees down for a few moments. Take child's pose. The legs can be wide, or do the opposite of the last child's pose. Deep inhalation, long and slow exhale. Let's come back into down dog. We'll bring our right leg up to the sky. Bending the knee. Bring the right knee to the left elbow. Then up. Right elbow. Up. One more time, each side. Go at your own pace. And then step that foot forward. So adjusting your legs to make sure that you keep maintaining that hip width distance apart. Arms up. Sinking the hips down. We're going to try and bring the left foot off the floor. As we bring the left foot off the floor, we're going to dip the chest forward and reach the arm back into a bit of a balancing pose. So you extending that left leg back, hips are square, core tight, and then stepping that foot down, arms back up. And again, lift up, reach the arms back, dip the chest, square the hip to the floor. And one more, up. And lift the leg up, core tight, breathe. So now we're going to bring that leg with us in front. Bring the right hand to the left knee, extend the left arm, drop the shoulder, press that heel away, open up.
And then raising arms up, we lower the leg down, take chair pose, squeezing the knees and inner thighs, dropping the hips down. Do your pelvic floor tuck. Exhale to fold. Relax the head and neck, take a breath or two here. You can either step the legs or hop back into plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg rises up. Bending the knee. And left knee to right elbow. Come up to the left. One more each side. And then step that foot forward. Come up into high lunge. Keep the hip width distance apart. And bending that left knee in line. Arms up with the ankle. Stretch up. Find your high lunge. Breathe. So we're going to reach that leg, lift that leg up off the floor and bring our chest forward into balancing. Soften the left knee, square the right hip, breathe, then step that foot back, arms go up. So take your time transitioning, and again, breathe. Step the foot back, arms up. One more time. Lift, stretch the leg back, arms back. Now come up, straighten up, bring that right leg with you, pressing the heel away. Take a moment to catch your breath. You can bring that left hand to the right thigh, leg, stretch the right arm out behind you. Ground your left foot into the floor. Bring the arms up. Lower that right foot down. Chair pose. Sinking. Hips, knees bending. Pelvic floor tuck. Draw the belly in. Fold. Take a breath or two here. And you can hop or step back into plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Let's lower the knees down. Push back. Child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Deep inhale, long and slow. Exhale. Checking in with your heart rate. Let's walk the hands in, pressing into the palms, lifting up, allow the head to be the last thing to come up. And then we'll lay down. Let's hug the knees into the chest. You can roll gently side to side. The knees can be close towards each other or wide apart.
Let's come back to center and bring that left foot to the floor, and right leg rises up. So you're pressing the heel away, maybe bring the hands to interlace around the hamstring or the calf. Bending the elbows and bring the leg closer towards the body, chin to chest, shoulders relaxed. And slowly bend the knee into the chest, nice tight hug. You can extend that left leg. And then from here we'll bring the left foot back to the floor, right foot to the left thigh. And you can either stay here and press the right hand against the thigh, or even lift that leg up and push it away. But make sure that your back is pressing down into the floor. Or another option is to link your arms through, holding onto the shin or the hamstring again. Hugging that left leg into the chest as you gently press that right one away. Deep inhalation, long and slow exhale. Gently release the hands. Let's cross that right leg over the left, as if you're sitting in a chair and crossing the leg. And then you can bring the arms in cactus or extend it straight out. And then shifting the hips towards the right side, and then drop the legs to the left side. Make sure both shoulders, especially the right side, is pressing down and making contact with the floor. So finding a twist here, breathing deeply and slowly. Slowly engaging the core, press into the right foot, lift up, uncrossing the leg. Bring that right foot to the floor, extend the left one up to the sky, and interlace the fingers. Try to avoid the back of the knee, so wherever you can. And bringing the leg closer towards the upper body, bending the elbows, keeping the chin to the chest, shoulders relaxed. See if you can press the heel away, curling the toes. Slowly bending the knee. You can extend the right leg as you hug the left thigh into the chest. And then slowly bend and bring your right foot back to the floor. Left foot now onto the right thigh. Do the second side, so you can do whichever variation you like here on this side. So we're hugging that right leg in, pressing the left one away. The entire back is making contact to the floor. Nice tight squeeze of the right leg into the chest. Left one pressing away. Continue to breathe deeply. And slowly release. And now cross the left leg over the right foot to the floor. Arms in cactus, or you can extend them straight out. Hips are going to the left side and dropping the legs to the right side. Keeping the left shoulder especially on the floor. Breathe deeply. Engaging the core, pressing the right foot into the floor, lifting up and uncrossing the leg, hug the knees into the chest. Nice tight squeeze. And we can prepare for final relaxation. If the back feels sensitive, you can keep the knees bent. Allow the knees to fall in towards each other and the feet apart, otherwise legs apart, arms away from the body. Palms are faced up. Lower back and shoulder blades nicely relaxed, chin to chest. And breathe deeply. Deep inhale, long and slow exhale. Check in with the heart rate, check in with the breath, check in with your mind, sensations in the body, just noticing. And see if you're able to relax a little bit deeper into the ground. Connecting to your breath. As you breathe in, feel the expansion of the abdomen. As you breathe out, feel the contraction of the abdomen. Breathing in, diaphragm contracts. Breathing out, diaphragm expands. And use your breath to allow the body to sink down into the ground. And breathe deeply and slowly. Let go of any last bit of tension that you feel anywhere in the body. Relaxing the toes, the feet. Relax the legs. Relax the hips, the back. Relax the abdomen. Relax the diaphragm, the chest. Relax the hands and the arms. Relax the neck and throat, the face and the head. Relax all the facial muscles. Relax the whole body. Relax completely. Letting go completely. Slowly begin to move our fingers and our toes. Stretching the legs together, arms above the head. Stretch the body nice and long. Hug the knees into the chest, wrapping your arms around, roll side to side. Rolling to one side. Pausing here for a moment. And then slowly come up into a seated position. Sitting comfortably. Sitting up nice and tall. Back straight, shoulders, arms, back relaxed, eyes closed. Take a moment to feel the effects of your practice. And gently bring the palms together to the heart space. And taking a bow. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.